This is Boxing Tickets NI. We're here at the weigh-in for Cameron Taylor 2. And delighted to join with Jono King Kong Carroll. Jono, how are you?
Very good, Pat. Very good. Thank you for having me.
I was sort of saying it's pre-COVID, obviously. Belfast, probably the last time. Was it your fight with Dick? It wouldn't be 2018, would it?
No, was it that long? Wow. If it is, bro, that's a very long time, you know. But yeah, could easily be. I don't know.
I think it was your obviously your rematch with obviously Deco on mixed homecoming. So it was June or July 2018. So it's a long time.
Yeah, very long time. You know what? I'd love to be on this card. I'd love to be fighting in Dublin. You know, it's just one of them things. Eddie doesn't love you enough to get me on the show. I'm only messing. Now, do you know what? Something like this now, I'd love to be on this card. I'd love to be fighting at home, but maybe next year I'll win the world title and bring the world title back home and hopefully top the bill or something in Dublin, you know what I mean?
The last time you fought was probably the first match with Deco, was it 2015? So it's been a long time since you probably fought in Dublin as well. I guess that burning desire to get back, and obviously, you know, 3 Arena, I guess Katie Taylor as well. Obviously, you fought with Katie Taylor in a card before, but the fight with a card at home would be ideal, wouldn't it?
For sure. It's mad because Katie fought on my undercard when I fought against Tevin Farmer, you know what I mean? And now seeing her topping the bill for herself, it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? I'd love to be on a card with Katie. I remember sparring Katie as an amateur in the high performance team, so it's mad how far we go back. Like, we're only teenagers, you know what I mean? So it's great seeing her doing her thing. But this is something Katie's been dreaming about for years and years now. She's been talking about since she turned pro, was topping bills in Dublin. So it's good to see her doing her thing. It's good to see her getting the recognition I think that she deserves. And I'm hoping tomorrow night's going to be a good night, and it'll be a beautiful thing. Katie wins tomorrow, and then they have a rematch, and then it's like a trilogy. It'll be great for both fighters, great for both of their pockets, and it's a good business at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I think Katie has the skills, but it's a big ask. You know what I mean?
I guess obviously for Katie, obviously for what she's accomplished obviously in her career, to come back through the adversity, obviously getting beat the first time around, she probably had longer to be fair this time around. This will probably make it an even sweeter victory. Yeah,
but Cameron's a great fighter, I have to say. Like, she's very strong. She's I know her personally. She's a very disciplined fighter. It's a big ask from Katie as well. Like, she had to go up in weight divisions just to fight this girl. Both of them had all the belts. You know what I mean? So like, there's weight divisions for a reason. Katie dared to be great, and I don't know, is this just too much to ask from her? Because she's done all that you can ask from a woman at her weight division. She's won all the belts, you know what I mean? I personally think Katie should have probably even done super featherweight. She's not even big for lightweight, you know what I'm saying? So to do super feather, do lightweight, then go up, it would have been a beautiful thing. But like, we've seen the best in the world, like even Lomachenko and stuff like that. When you go up in certain weights, it's just hard. It's a big ask for anybody, you know what I mean? So it's like, there's weight divisions for a reason, but she's daring to be great, and you have to take your hat off and respect that about her. So, yeah, fair play. And at the end of the day, we're all just trying to be the best versions of ourselves. So she has to go up in weight in order for someone to push her to the max. And as you know with Katie, every time she's got beat in the amateur, she's always come back and she's won the fight, won a rematch. You know what I mean? So she's never scared of a challenge, and you have to respect that.
Obviously on your own career, obviously last time out, obviously you had a really tough 10 rounds with Miguel Magaraga. Obviously Michael Conlan obviously is back in action next weekend as a super featherweight. Obviously Michael Conlan coming into that weight class as well is probably to get us another option for you sort of moving forward as well.
Yeah, I didn't even realise Michael Conlan done the super featherweight. I didn't realise that. But yeah, definitely a fight that would be amazing for the Irish media, the Irish public, you know what I mean? It'd be giving something beautiful, because me and Mick are probably one of the best fighters at our weight divisions, you know what I mean? So if he's come to the super featherweight, we'd be probably the most recognised fighters in Ireland, male fighters. So for me personally, I didn't even realise that he'd come up, but now you're just putting me on the spot. That'd be a beautiful fight, you know what I mean? Whether we done that in Dublin or whether we done that even in Belfast, that'd be great. And especially if I win the world title now next year, because I'm in the shop with that WBA title, I'm in the world title. It'd be great to have a world title on the line, me and Mick headline in Belfast or Dublin, whatever. I'd happily give Mick a shot if I won that world title first, you know what I mean? Which I know he'd give me a shot if he won the world title, because it's a beautiful fight for Ireland, to be honest. I like Mick, don't be wrong, I've sparred Mick, we've shared rounds, but he's a great fighter. A lot of respect for Mick, so it would be a fantastic fight.
Obviously another option there is Anto Cacace. Obviously I know he's a trader, a few things online. It's like when one of us won a world title, we'll defend against the other, sort of similar to Mick. Obviously Anto's probably getting to the tail end sort of his career now, obviously with Frank Warren and sort of having to pull out of a fight last week through injury, but there's another great fight for you as well. I guess you'd fight anybody just to get back fighting at home again, wouldn't you?
100%. Like for me personally, I just the same as Kate. I just want to test myself and be against the best people. Unfortunately, none of these promoters has put up enough money for me and Cacace to fight. I've never even got offered the fight. Like as much as me and him has spoke about it online and that, no one ever came to me and like put an offer on the table or said, would you want to fight him, or is the options there, or it's never been something that has been put on the table for me, you know what I mean? Even though we spoke about it, but it's just between fighters we spoke about it. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't make business sense, like for the promoters and they're not paying the money, we're not going to just like, I'm happy to, it's just the same as going to sparring. If you're not getting paid, you're not getting paid. What's the fucking point? Like, you know what I mean? But I'd love to put that show on for the Irish public as well, because like you said, Cacace's a good name in Ireland, but like globally he's not really a good name. He hasn't really fought in America, he hasn't really like done things like that, but that's no excuse. I'd still love that fight. So I'd fight anyone, to be honest. It's not, I don't really care who I fight. I'm not one of them people who are like, oh, I want to fight this, I want to direct my career. I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? For me personally, it's like, give me the money, show me the money, and I'll fight anyone. I couldn't care less. So it's more about the promoters and why having someone put a little deal on the table for us and got that fight on the line, you know what I mean? It's something interesting for sure. We're at the same weight, why not do it, you know what I mean?
So it's 2024, obviously, when you finally obviously get your hands on it. Obviously your second obviously attempt at a world title as well, so is it maybe like a final eliminator next, maybe before you, or obviously just straight into a world title shot?
No, I think next I'm going to have a fight maybe in March, April, and it's going to be like, it's not an eliminator fight because I'm already in the shot. I fought for an eliminator a long time ago, so I'm already in the position, but I think the champion is going to fight the number one contender probably next month. So for me it's like, I would like to just be busy. I haven't fought since I think it was March when I had my last fight. So I'd like to just stay busy as well. So I think I'm going to have another fight, like a little, I wouldn't say tuna fight, it's not going to be a tuna fight because I kind of have an idea of who it is and what, and it's a former IBF world champion. Very good fight for me. I'll get the experience in there. So it's a nice fight and it'll be on a good card as well. So I think I'll probably get that fight on before fighting for the world title, but if I just get the opportunity to fight straight for the world title before that, I'll jump into that as well. Like for me, it's just all about getting the title before I retire. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't really care what way I go about it. That's kind of up to my team. You know what I mean? My team say they keep busy fight, chewing up for the world title, great. But if they just say jump straight into the world title fight, happy days. You know what I mean? Just
obviously when we finally touching obviously Kane Lewis, obviously I know someone there's a very close association with yourself. Got his first stoppage last week as a pro in Letterkenny, obviously in Joe Ward's undercard. But obviously he looks up to you in a big way. You obviously you're idolised by a lot of kids here in Ireland, but obviously having somebody that's closely affiliated like Kane obviously must be a great relief for you to know that you're making a difference for other people.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing because you know what, when I remember saying to my missus that I'm going to be a professional boxer and a world champion, and at the time there was hardly any boxers from Ireland or world champions or whatever, so it's good now the sport is starting to pick up a bit of momentum, and people like myself, Mick Conlan, like what happened, like shows like this, Katie Taylor with Carty, Cully on the card and all. There's a lot of big names now coming out of Ireland professional, so it's nice to be looked up by the likes of Kane and stuff like that. And for me, I've known Kane since he's been a baby, like 10 years old, training with my dad, you know, so to see him starting to do his thing in the boxing, in the professional game, it's a beautiful thing, and hopefully I can direct his career, because there's a lot of snakes in the boxing game, and you need kind of, as a young man like him, I need to make sure he's dealt with in the right way, you know, because he got thrown into a few fights very early on in his career. It shouldn't have been, you know what I mean? So for me, I have to be patient with him. He's a young man, a very confident, ambitious man, and I don't want to throw him in the deep end too soon. There's no need for it. He's still so young, but he's a hungry little fighter, and I'm proud to be a part of his team, and I'm proud to hopefully guide him, and it's a privilege for me, for young kids to look up to me, you know what I mean? Full stop. I never wanted to be a role model, I never thought I would be a role model for kids, but if that's the way they look up to me, then obviously I have to be the best version of myself, so it helps me become a better man, so it's a beautiful thing.
As well, listen, obviously it's great catching up with you. Obviously I can't believe it's been so long since we spoke, but obviously hopefully there's some fight news soon. Hopefully we get you back in the Ireland and obviously get you a massive fight to say Mick Conlan and the Cacace. It makes sense, but obviously it's claiming that world title first.
Exactly, brother, please God, but it's in God's hands. We just have to wait. Our time will come, you know what I mean?
So listen, thanks very much for your time and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully Katie gets a win.
Please God, inshallah. My brother, thank you.
Cheers, Jono, thank you.